Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and welcome back to my series. This is a quick overview on logistics or marketing channels. Remember, this is part of a principle of marketing class, and now we're going to be talking about product location. How do I bring my product location? How do I market my channel? And I'm going to look at the supply chains. We're going to look at numbers of different channels. We're looking at channel management decision. We're looking at design a decision, horizontal marketing systems, vertical marketing system, marketing logistics, and supply management. This is it. In 20 minutes, you'll get a quick overview. Okay, so let me start. And I've got this at print up my concept map. Most of you are either taking me an online class, or you could request my mind map or concept map and follow along with the publisher's material and with our discussion. And this is a quick summarization. Okay, so let's get right to it. And I'm watching my clock here, so I want to get this under 20 minutes. Not more. This is just a quick overview. Okay, so when I look at marketing, I'm looking at the supply chain. How much is it going to cost me to get my product there, or how do I market the supply chain because it's adequately a part of my integrated marketing campaign and part of the supply chain, which is a major component of me getting my goods and services to my customers or to my suppliers, for lack of better words. Okay, so if I look at the supply chain, for lack of better words, they had a graph here. The author did a nice job with the graph. So you look at Netflix finding new ways by abandoning the past. They used to have the DVDs all over, and then they just got rid of that, and streaming. They were the innovators on that. Upstream partners, downstream partners, supply chain, demand chain, value delivery network, and delivering customer value. This is all that you've been talking about. So if I look at upstream partners, I'm basically looking for to supply raw materials, components, and parts and information, and finance expertise to create a product or a service. Downstream partners include marketing channels or other distribution channels that look toward the customers. Supply chain is basically we make it, we sell it, and includes all the raw materials, products, inputs, and factory capacity. This also includes the process distribution, for lack of better words. Demand chain senses respondents to new suggestions, planning starts for new target customers. There's a demand for a different area that we might not anticipate it. How do I basically set that up and supply a distribution to get my product and services and market in a new geographic area? Okay, value delivery network, company suppliers, ultimately customers who partner with each to improve the performance of the entire system. After you get a delivery, they say, hey, rate how you liked our services. Whoever delivered was kind, was on time. All this is part of the value added, all of the integrated marketing that when a customer looks at my product or services, the 4 P's come into place. Okay? And the bottom line is delivering value to the customer. Okay, now marketing channel distribution. The marketing channel, interdependent organizations that help make the product or service available to all use for consumers or businesses. Okay? And then how to add value. When you had other classes with me to information, promotion, matching, negotiation, physical distribution. All this, they add value to it at a cost. So you have to look at the cost, but this is what customers want. They want information about the product. They want to contact if something's not working. They want to negotiate sometimes on some of the distribution, the costs on that. They want the physical, the warehouse, everything close to it. They don't. They want some certain times they want you to finance or something because the delivery's coming from a long way, and you have to pay a certain type of handling cost, for lack of a better word. And there's always a risk involved in that. Okay, the number of channels and levels. When I look at this, the channel, all of this is layer of intermediary to perform some work in bringing the product or ownership to the individual. So you have direct marketing channels. You have, and remember, I'm going really quickly. We've did this for the discussion or anything else. Take me for the course. Okay, direct marketing channel is a marketing channel that has no intermediary level. Directly right to the customers. Remember, every time you get rid of the middleman or middle person, there's a cost because he or she or that business or that operation or that functionality is adding value that I don't have to do because they do it better than I do. And then here's just graph, and then channel members are conducted by several types of flows: physical flow, flow of ownership, payment flow, information flow, and promotional flow. And this is for how we discussed this already. It's just re-emphasizing the same facts again. Okay, now the channel has certain behaviors, and it looks at this marketing channel. Firms that partner for the common good of each member has a special role within my marketing channel. Marketing conflict. There's always a conflict between anything. It refers to among channel members over certain goals, roles of reward. Who wants to take the lead? I want to take the lead. No, you take the lead. I want my name first. No, I want my brand name featured first, whatever, okay? And then you have horizontal conflict and vertical conflict between the different channels that we discussed on, okay? On comparison with the channel, and here's just something that was in there from the book: producer, wholesaler, retailer. I guess, this is the conventional marketing channel. It comes down, and now the vertical channel, it could be all three to control all of them, okay? Okay, now we go back to the vertical, conventional, and I have this, what they call a vertical channel, is provide channel leadership, marketing systems, contractual marketing systems, administrative marketing systems, and franchise organization. We have a lot, so I want to keep, I'm already at 6 minutes. The book is the source. Summarization. Oh yeah, what did he say about this? Oh, I should look at horizontal. What the heck is a horizontal system? And if I look at horizontal distribution, they had a real nice graph here, is a channel arrangement which two or more companies at one level join together to follow the new marketing opportunity. And wow, that sounds really impressive. It's basically, if you look at CVS partnering with Target. Target already has a premise. They had their own things. It wasn't worthwhile for them to maintain their own pharmacy. They went to CVS, has a bigger brand name, has a bigger following. Fill your prescription, come to Target. We're local. While you're in there waiting for prescription, like Jewel does with Osco or some of the other ones, you could walk around, you're buying stuff, and then you come back, and then you have your prescription ready. And so you're basically, it makes sense to work together. You bring in people who need prescription, other facilities, and you're also bringing a value for them to come and shop in our store. Okay? All right, so then you have multi-channel distribution, for lack of a better word, and you have this distributor, segment 1, 2. It's just different ways of breaking it down, okay? And I don't want to get in too much catalog of, you have the information here. I just want to remind you what we covered on. It's cutting out the middleman. Disintermediation. When they say the middleman, a person, every time I get rid of someone within the logistic chain, doesn't mean I got rid of that activity. It means that I now could do it myself, or I found a way to reduce the cost and have either a manufacturer or somebody else to pick up that cost in logistics, or I have my own service provider. I do the delivery myself, okay? So we have that. Channel design. Now, when I look at a channel, you have to look at everything is built around the customer. The marketing campaign basically gives the customer all the information. Everything you're doing is focusing on the customer to look at that. So you have to analyze the customer needs, a different segment, which one they want, how do they want it delivered, is it in Chicago, is it high rise, is it more of a theft, is it out more in the suburbs or rural. All this has a different way of how my logistics and how the customer feels, how quickly he or she needs the product. Okay? And then setting channel, then you have to have the objectives, determine the level of customer service that you want to provide for your product, balance the customer needs against the price preferences. So you could say, get this for free, you want the next day, you got to pay this, or you could come and pick up at the store, no cost, because the store doesn't have it, but we'll have it in 2 days. And so you do the picking up. So what you became the post person, for lack of a better word, the delivery. They came to theirs because they're already getting the shipment in there. They'll ship it on that thing, and there's not a big enough demand for them to carry at the store, but they'll ship it there in the regular product process because we already have a truck delivering. You see how the logistic works on that? But you have to design that, okay? And then alternative. Okay, so when I'm looking at alternative, we had this in Intro to Business at our classes. Intensive, basically, they're everywhere. Selective, certain stores that carry my product. And then the other, okay. And the other things that I have, oh, sorry, got a lot of messages popping up. Responsibilities of the challenge member, channel members. It's late, okay? Is agrees on the producer and intermediaries agree on the price policies, the condition of the sale, the territorial rights, which ones I'm using, and specify the service on this. Okay? Alright, so we have this. Boy, we're going pretty good on here. We got 10 minutes. Okay, now, part of the whole thing of doing the channel, you have to look at selecting the channel members, who's going to be working with your organization to get the products or goods to, or where you're going to get them from, your components. Managing those members, that you get the right price, that they hopefully have just-in-time delivery, and that they have their facilities close by, so it doesn't disrupt my receiving the goods. Right now you see that the logistics, because of COVID-19, is kind of all messed up. All the goods are there, just stuck out in the ships out in the dock because they can't come to the port. California's having some things that are making that so tight with electric trucks, electric this and all this, where the truckers are going, hey, it's not worth our cost. We're going to go someplace else. And so now some of that product is being reshipped to Florida. And the only reason Florida, because, hey, come on over here. We had the capacity, we got the trucks. We'll ship it from here back to California. That's a cost difference. But you have to make those logistics on that. So you have to know how to manage them. To say, hey, it's ridiculous. Don't get them stuck here. Ship them right there. Right. It's a little bit more costly. Or I get into their own shipping in my own ports at different locations. I try to split up my logistics, so I'm not stuck from everything from California, but I get something from Florida. I get from different parts, different ports, and I try to share the balance. So if I have problems with one, I could be able to have an alternative one on that. And motivating the channel members, here, you're messing up, I'm going to cut my business, I'm going to go someplace else. Always tell them that you're going to move your business. If you got a large product movement and you're a player in the industry, you'll be able to motivate them. And evaluating, you have to say, and evaluating them is how quickly you get it and how quickly does the customer get it. Is he or she happy with the service? Did it come in one packet? It was all ripped up, or did it throw it? I mean, all this makes a difference. Who are my channel members? If I'm getting too many complaints from one, delay or loss of products, damage, I'm going to find an alternative and get rid of that one. That service provider is no longer the number one provider. He or she, that organization, that channel will take a second tier, and I'll move somebody else up. Part of competition, free market. Now the public, exclusive distribution, exclusive dealing, territorial agreements, and tying agreements all together on here. And the last one I think I have in here is market and distribution, physical distribution, the supply chain, supply management, goal. Let me just show you this one. And this one was pretty nice. Suppliers, company, inbound, customers comes around and reverse, and it all works back. So when you reverse means customer wants to return it, who does it return it to, how do I get it, and the main supply chain center thinking, remember, is also customer value delivery. Everything is what's comfortable for the customer. If it costs me a little bit more and the customer likes this provider or the other, and the customer is willing to pay it, I will offer it to them. There's a basic service I give. Post office, you want UPS, fine. And sometimes the post office may be too expensive, and depends the deal I have with some of my other channels. Because they may want to work in certain markets and say, hey, we could cut a deal here, but this is too far, use the post office on that. And even those other channels, they work with it, because you see a lot of time Amazon, the post office is delivering a lot of stuff for Amazon. Just a provider. It's their logistic chain, whether business to business, and Amazon is a business. Here it is at this cost. And they'll give them a flat rate cost because it's the volume they're looking at. Okay? All right, so we have everything in logistics. And remember, this is just really quickly. When I look at it, this is a principal marketing series here I'm doing. And this one here, let me just expand. Okay? So we covered all those different behavior, channel behavior, design, management. All this, all your decision is customer centered. What works well for the customer, but also what works well for me, and the pricing and everything else, because that's all part of the integrated marketing plan. You remember? So remember the 4 P's: pricing, place, product, and location. How do I get it to my the product to me? How do I get to the location? And how do I get it from my location to my customer, to my client that's asking me for my service or my product? Again, my name is Dr. George Mochocki. I hope you enjoyed this 15-minute overview. It just gives you something to think about when you're looking at the logistics, just another viewpoint from a marketing perspective. Thank you very much. Bye.